Cheeky request.
Don't talk to me about that, that's not God. I didn't know what to put in there. I had my leaving of my toy wardrobe back. Oh, this is good. What about this? What about this? Yeah. Then it's got bad socks. Well, we are moving now, aren't we?
Wait, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you feel we're moving?
Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
How'd you get that one? Did you get it out? I did, yeah.
People will wave at you in a minute. Abby, want to wave? You've got to do that when you got to do that when you get the other end. It's like a little gig. That's where you
Oh, they start doing that on the platform.
Okay, thank you.
There we go.
on the train.
So I wasn't going to buy anything.
It just goes one extreme
And then somewhere.
People started panicking or something. They were like, oh no, what's happening? There it is.
Finger, top and tail over there.
Oh, when you nearly
One of.
Alright. It's bloody gorgeous in that side.
Like Nanny with a denture. She took him out, waved
Four
him
times
around
today.
at her house, put him back in, but now they've disappeared. We've lost the denture.
They started yesterday.
I built them. It's a bit washed on in here.
Does sound good, doesn't it? Just think how many people in their lives have heard that. So just like it through a Scottish Flat Valley, thundering down the main line or wherever it
Go
is.
and provide.
Does it surprise you? It surprised me.
I can't say no to it. No. Especially when I pay for it.
For a little tanker, this Brookbank is huge.
Platform 2 is the 12:47 service, semi-fast to Norton Fitzwarren. Calling at Blue Anchor, Watchet, Williton, Crocombe Heathfield, Bishop's Lydiard and Norton Fitzwarren.
So Thomas Edward Henry Gordon James Percy Colby. You was red. Henry wasn't he? Henry was green. Oh yeah. Green.
Hello? Station's that one. Yeah, Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the double-headed service 7828 7802 11:58 from Mrs. Lydiard has just left Blue Anchor 23 minutes late and was due here at 13:19. Once that train arrives, the 13:23 departure, Blue Anchor only, will depart from platform 1.
I'll just let it run. It's fine. Yeah, and then when the things need servicing.
Because of the blackout regulation.
We brought a bit of a delay to it, so if you want to look up now, you'll have to do it.
And always right in the back of the car.
Live stream delays and all that jazz.
And of course it had this great play area. So they were just like, oh, play area. Oh, and you brought your children to recognise what country.
Yeah, this time of year, yeah. But I think when I was my brother, so I was like, yeah. You like to send each other choice words, don't you?
That's kind of the way I'm thinking.
The only problem with my iPad is I can't do the software update because there's not enough space for the system anymore. And it's not because my stuff's on there, it's because it's too old. They don't want it yet, but
I don't use mine for everything.
you have to touch anything over. That's really good.
I can't, you could buy anything on here, or, you know, find any information that they shouldn't be able to find. I've never used it for banking or anything.
You don't want to? Okay, we're going to rush out.
Yes, Jose.